Hey, how's it going out there? It's two birds, one show. I'm DeeTer. That's my buddy Ricky.
Yep.
We got two guests on tonight, Greg and Mike. How's it going, guys?
So
Doing great.
Oh, man. So, new to the show, we talk about Philly sports and craft beer. And what an episode we had tonight, guys.
Listen, I've been on cloud nine all week. I'm in such a great mood, man. I am just in a great mood.
Oh yeah, God, dude. Yeah, this is our third football season doing this.
Yeah.
The first season we went to the Super Bowl, we lost. Last year, we had a breakdown, and then this year, wow. Woo, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Listen, like I said to everybody who walked in the bar today, we did it. Yo, Adrian, we did it.
Nice.
And what a way to do it too. I mean, against the juggernaut that was the Chiefs, and let's not take nothing away from them. They've won 3 out of 4 Super Bowls. They were going for their third in a row. But the Philadelphia Eagles weren't having it. They're like, nah, motherfucker, we're going to punch your lights out. That's it.
We'll get into it.
The replay of the NFL films on YouTube before it jumped on here. And you could just tell they were prepped. They were not going to let this one slip away like the last time.
True that.
But we talk craft beer first, so let's go around the table. Who's got? What are you guys drinking tonight? You want to start us off, Greg or Mike?
I'm just
Greg
doing my usual, down east cider. This is the blueberry one.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice. All right, Mike.
So I'm rocking my focal banger.
Oh man,
nice, classic,
little classic. I got it in the
beer champions right there.
Good luck glass this year.
Beer champions.
Well played, sir.
Yeah, it's a oldie, but man, that's a goodie, dude. Focal banger, very good.
So real quick, speaking of Mike's beer, I loved how over the years too, there's always been that debate of what do you like better? What's better? If anybody's new into craft beer, you're just new to the show, some of the OGs in the IPA game were Heady Topper and Focal Banger. They're kind of like brothers. And so it was always like step brothers. So it was always like, what do you like better, the Heady Topper or the Focal? It's weird. I'd love to do a poll. I bet it's close. I'm a focal bagger all day, man. I love focal over the Heady.
Yeah,
I'm a Heady Topper guy.
Are you?
Yeah. I mean, listen, they're both good. You know what I mean? I wouldn't turn either away.
Rick, I've talked to you about this, brother. I'll see Heady on the shelf and I'll pass it up now.
Well, now I do, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we've gotten to that point where you see Heady. Now, granted, sometimes it's $24, $25, $26. That helps me pass it up.
Yeah.
But I saw some focal, and anytime I feel like I see it less, so I had to pick some up.
Well, and it's weird, Mike, and I've talked to DeeTer about this a few times too, that back in the day it was like Heady Topper, Focal Banger. I mean, it was a mission, like trying to get those beers, and we loved going on the missions and doing it. It was a pain in the ass, and then when you found it, you're like, oh my god. And now it's so weird, like you said, sometimes I go in a beer store and I just walk right by it, which 10 years ago I would have never thought I'd say something like that. We
got a comment here, Body. Hi, guys. Nice seeing all 4 of you. Sue says cheers.
Sue made it. She made it. I thought she was going to be past that. She texted me a few times. Still up. I'm like, all right, almost there. So where you going with D?
All right. Well, just like Focal Bagger is a classic. It's a good one. I figure, I might as well go with the king of beers, the craft beer king of beers, the King Sue.
Nice. Speaking of Sue.
Yeah, right.
What a segue. Nice. That's a beautiful beer.
I love this beer. It's so damn good, man.
So good.
I've been drinking this thing for years. My buddy from Minnesota was sending it to me long time ago, man. And now seeing it on the shelves like all the time, it's amazing, dude. It's so good.
I agree. And I love all Citra beers. I know Citra's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's one of my favorite hops. And man, you get a good all Citra beer that's fresh. Oh, man, it's hard to beat that. I'm going with tonight. I got Undying Gratitude from Troon.
Oh wow, dude!
So
wow,
I got
bro. Nice.
Yeah. save this one for after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and I knew they were going to. That's why it's the undying gratitude. I saved it. As you can see, it's dated, December 30th. So it's been waiting, and I waited to crack this for the Eagles to win it. So, thank you, Eagles, for holding up your end of the bargain. Now I'll hold up mine. Cheers, gentlemen.
Go Birds.
Cheers.
Cheers. Go Birds.
Everybody watching, whatever you're drinking or smoking or edibilizing, let us know.
Yeah, join the party. So,
It's good.
how's that holding up for being from December, man? And Crowley.
It tastes like they canned it yesterday. I mean, for some reason, Troon beers tend to hold up really well. Listen, I don't age my IPAs. I drink those fuckers as quick as I can because fresh is best. For some reason, Troon holds up.
They counter carbonated or CO somehow they package it so well in the Crowler. Every time I've had one from them that sat for a while, it's so damn good, man. Like
really
usually
is.
Crowler only lasts like 3 or 4 days. You know what I mean? But Trude has like something going on, man. I forget what it's called, but Al knows. Al that was on the show.
Is it Cold Fusion? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
But somehow, they put the CO2 on top of the beer, man, so it like packs it in or something.
Oh, shout out too. Thanks last week for Al and Jeff coming on, two of the coolest cats out there, man. Much appreciated, gentlemen.
Yeah, that was a good show last week.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was awesome. It was nice getting Trillium beer at Hob today. Oh, nice. You guys have Trillium on tap?
Yeah, Melcher Street is on tap. We got two root and branches ready to tap.
Nice.
Man, Rick, you've been killing it, man. Bringing beers into HOB.
That's for all you guys. That's for all the craft beer fans out there. And shout out to guys like Andrew at Red Hen with an amazing draft list, and what's the one over there in with the Mile, and it's the one, the big one, the Reunion Hall or whatever. They're all putting out. Yeah, great draft list.
Yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice getting good beer. Yeah, well, even Colonial Cafe is getting like cane Mexican brunch. It's like that's a little corner bar, man. It used to be a little dive bar, and they're getting cane beer like every week. It's nuts.
George does a great job over there, and also Jay's Elbow Room. I mean, for talking about like the Jay's Elbow Room putting out. Shout out to my aunt Joanne, who always recommends. She's like, they got the best wings around, and she was right. Great wings, great craft beer list up there too. That was my grandpa's spot back in the day, Jay's Elbow Room.
Well,
I'm sure they weren't serving the kind of beer they're serving now, though, back then.
Nah.
Right.
But let's jump into some Eagles, man. Like, any of you guys go to the parade tomorrow? Anybody?
Nope.
I don't think I'm going to. It's I'm not going to do it. I'll watch on TV.
Appointment tomorrow.
I was going
to an appointment on Columbus, or excuse me, on Ben Franklin Parkway. So I'm going to be sick tomorrow and go to my doctor's appointment.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well played. Nice.
I work at on Spring Garden, like not too far from the art museum, and I have a parking garage. But most of the guys that I work with have families, so they're going to be bringing their families and going. So I was like, yeah, I'll just sit home, man, watch it at home, dude. It's going to be a packed thing, dude. Like, I hear like all the schools are out and everything, so like all the kids are going. It's good. It's awesome, man.
I was going to ask you guys, and maybe we'll get to it, about how you felt after this one versus 7 years ago. But as far as the parade, I'm kind of on board with y'all. My older son was away for 2018, and he's obviously he's a huge Eagles fan, and he's home for this one. So I feel kind of obligated to go down with him for this one. If he wasn't home or didn't want to go, I'd be sitting home watching it like you guys for sure.
And Mike, I think that's awesome too. And I'll tell you what, dude, if my kid were just a little bit older, and my wife made a good point there, mine are really young, and listen, I'm sure everything will be calm and under control, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll be too much for young ones that young, but definitely, because I know the Eagles are going to win more. Once they get to that age, I would definitely do the same and go over to the parade with them.
Yeah. I went with my younger son and my wife back in 2018. Like an idiot, I showed up at 5:30 in the morning in Logan Square. We were the first ones.
Oh my gosh.
In Logan Square. And then it took about, we were there. It took about 7 hours for the parade to get to us.
Wow. Dude.
By that damn rail for 7 hours. It was brutal, but it was cool. I mean, it was great to be there.
How old was your boy at that time?
My younger son was about 15.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 15.
Yeah, I think that's a good age. I think then you could feel a little more comfortable, bringing them than when they're just, really not. I'm sure I could bring them at this age too, and everything will be fine. I just, I just don't know if it'll be. The overall experience might be too much. I don't know.
It's gonna be a lot, man. It's gonna be a lot. I think it's gonna be
1.5 million people, and everybody there is going to be drunk, as they should be.
When we won that night, man, it was crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's almost like Philly does 2 parades.
Yeah. My nephew went over that night, man. I was surprised. He took pictures and stuff, and he's like a sophomore in high school, man. I was a little worried for him. But yeah, he had a good time, man. But dude, the stuff that they did there, pulled down the light poles and such, man. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
who thinks of these things, dude? Like, you have to disconnect the electric to the pole, right?
I guess.
You have to unratchet
crazy.
it.
It's actually made to break away if there was an accident. Yeah.
Okay. That's just crazy, man.
That
I see one
wild.
picture. The guy's has like a DJ in the middle of a whole group. Like, how do you bring a DJ table out there?
And I heard on Preston and Steve this morning that they're going to be setting up a bar. Like an actual bar outside somewhere down there with a DJ around it. And they probably no liquor license. They're just like, fuck it, I'm just going to set one up until the cops, break it down.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome. That's real awesome.
It was such an amazing game, dude.
It really was. Was it Mike? Was it you that was saying you wanted to see everybody's feeling on the difference between this and 2017? I'll say this: 2017 was magical in the sense that I don't know. I don't know if I didn't think they'd win because remember the Patriots were at the height, and we were in there with our backup quarterback. Now I know he had a good game against Minnesota, and it was so magical and the way it went. I mean, it was. I don't know if I've ever experienced a game as great as the 2017 Eagles Super Bowl. That might be my all-time favorite football game. So, but with that being said, this one was equally as great, just different. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of, in a weird way, I asked anybody who would come to the bar. I said, the Chiefs ain't ready for what's about to hit them. And people are like, no. I'm like, watch. Eagles are going to, Greg, many times I've told you, I said, they're not ready for what's about to hit them. I had a feeling the Eagles were going to punch them in the mouth, and they did. I think my score last week on this show was I had Eagles winning 37-20. So, so this was great, and it was domination. I loved it, but I don't know if I've ever enjoyed any football game as much as I enjoyed the Eagles Super Bowl in 2018.
Well,
anybody else want to tell how they feel?
There were so many iconic plays in 2018. You know what I mean? Like the Philly,
the flea flicker,
right?
The Zach Ertz where the ball pops up, but he catches it in the end zone,
right? Dude, there's so many. I mean, but there's a lot of iconic plays this time around too,
Definitely.
man. Cooper DeJean, man, that pick six. Once he hit that, I was like, "That's it, man. Yeah, we got it, man."
I said the same thing in my head. As soon as that play happened, I'm like, "We're gonna win."
Mm-hmm. My brother's dog attacked me, knocked over half my treehouse beer, but I don't care. I was like, "Oh my god, dude, I'm so excited, man! I'm so excited."
Me and my boys were jumping around, hugging, and like as crazy as the game was, I'll remember that hanging out with my kids watching that and the celebrations during that game more than anything. That was and that Cooper DeJean play topped it all.
It was awesome, man. It was just you knew they were doing good, but once you see that, you're like, oh man, that's curtains, man. That's it. That's a wrap, man. We're gonna get this guy.
When the Eagles came in just like militant, they almost came in. They're like, and you could say their body language was like, look, we ain't here to fuck around. There ain't gonna be no smiling. Ain't gonna be no patting on the ass. We're here to kill you, and that's what they did. We're here to take you out. We're ending your dynasty tonight, and you could see it was a laser focus. That's how they've been all year, laser focused. They're like, we got one job to do.
If I was to describe the two Super Bowls, I'd say the first one, man, that was just a battle. That was determination, man, to keep at it.
Back and forth.
This one was redemption. This needed to be happen, man.
Word
Like
up.
Hurt said, it's already written, man. This is gonna happen, dude.
Yep.
We are gonna get them back for what happened to you 2 Super Bowls ago. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it was going to happen, dude. It was just amazing.
This was Rocky too. This is when he beats Apollo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first one, and we all were kind of like, like Rocky even said in the first one, he's like, before the match, he's like, I can't beat him. He's like, but if I go to distance, I'll know I'm not just some bum from the town. And the first one, that's what happens. They went to distance. We went toe for toe, lost by 3 points. And now this one was like Rocky 2, where he's like, I ain't going down no more. Nope. He's like, I'm here to knock you out, man.
We got to say on the matter there, Greg.
What's that?
So what's your opinion on it, Greg?
What you like better, 17 or 24?
Well, 17's always. I think 7. I'm going to lean 17 because it's the first. All right.
Yeah, good point.
It's the first one. This one, however, I'm going to treasure this one because of just the absolute massacre that they put on them.
What did you name it the other day? What did you name it?
Yo, the Chiefs were like a white chick in a Mandingo gangbang. They got it up the ass so bad.
Oh my God,
Yikes.
dude.
Jeez, Craig, that's graphic.
Wow.
No, but what did you call it? What did you call it the other day? You said it was like, remember it rhymed?
Oh, yeah.
Masterclass and whoop ass.
Masterclass and whoop ass.
I got to get that on a T-shirt.
That game, I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I was in shock almost. I had to run out in the middle of the first quarter to go pick up my kid and bring him to the restaurant I was at. And we walked in.
You want to send a shout out to that restaurant? Give them some free pub?
Yeah, Yoshimoto, right over by House of Brews. Great sushi place. My friend Jack is the owner of there. We actually were there for 2017, me and Gavin.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's kind of like
tradition.
I had to go back this time,
Are you going to go there next year when the Eagles are in the Super Bowl again?
Yeah, I'm going to have to, man. I can't break it, And we walked in just after the Cooper DeJean pick 6, and I'm like, oh no, this is going to happen. And I'm just like, okay, calm down. Plenty of time left. There's, we still got all this time in the first half. Then we got another second half, and then there's the refs, man. If it gets out of hand, I'm afraid they're going to go and try and do a little fuckery. I don't.
Did anybody else get nervous when they called it offensive pass interference on AJ Brown?
I was just going to say, I went here we go.
Oh yeah, same here. I'm like, here we go.
Here it is.
Same exact words. Here we go.
Yep.
A little touch, dude. A little touch. Like it wasn't like it grab it or nothing like that. And it's like, wow,
even Brady was saying, he's like, you can't make that call in a Super Bowl. He's like, that's way too ticky tacky. I think we all thought the same. Like, here we go.
Now on the other side, like what's that? Mahomes' wife said that where was the ref's call when he was getting tackled brutally, this and that.
Yeah,
do you think that there was should have been any calls about that or
no?
I didn't think
nope.
There's one, right? There's one that I'm shocked.
Jalen Carter. Smash to the face. Yeah, my favorite play of the game.
Yeah, man, you fucking murdered.
I mean,
dude.
we watched it. We watched it again the next night, the replay of the Super Bowl. We DVR'd it. And when I saw the violence of that hit, his arm got clipped, and then Jalen Carter, man, just right in his face.
Double punched him.
I'm shocked that didn't get called. I'm shocked it didn't get called.
Well, and you know what was weird is they called the Milton Williams dunk on the goalpost on that play, and I thought they were throwing on Jalen Carter. I'm like, no, because remember we had recovered a fumble there. Right. And I thought, oh no, they're calling a personal foul. They're going to give them back the ball. They're like, no, dunking on the goalpost. I'm like, Josh sweated it. So, Mike, we didn't hear you yet. 17 or 24?
So, the reason I brought it up was I felt very different. Like I'll be honest, in 2017, when that ball hit the ground, I cried. I cried. I like big cried, and just
like ugly cry.
Like it was embarrassing a little bit. And Greg, I think you even said, man, not that I felt comfortable until really late in the third quarter. I mean, I guess in looking back at it, like we should have felt pretty good earlier than that. But just the domination that we were playing every. I mean, there's lots of big plays, like you said. I mean, Jake Elliott, I was nervous. He drilled everything, right?
Awesome.
Drilled everything. And when he had to re-kick twice, he drilled those too. You know what I mean?
He had 16 points. That's most ever of any kicker in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
right.
He was solid. Like, it wasn't even like, ooh, that one squeaked in. He was solid.
Yeah, you saw when it left his foot. Like, I even said to my son sitting next to me, both of them actually. I said to both. I said a lot, not always. I said, but a lot of times with field goals, I said you can tell right when it leaves their foot. You know, and every time, like even when they moved it back, it left his foot. I'm like, it's good. They're like. And they saw him. They're like, "How'd you know?" I'm like, "You see it. No, not every single time, but a lot of times, man. You just see it." And like real quick to the point you made, you said you did the cry after 17, and I didn't. I thought I would. I didn't, but I actually at the end of this one, I'm gonna say I cried, but I definitely welled up a little bit. Even though the 17 one was more special to me. I don't know if it's just because we kind of. Like somebody said, got redemption, got back for 2 years ago. But yeah, definitely by the end of this one, I was like, okay, I ain't crying, but you are. Nah. But
yeah, this one was just utter domination. And another play that I don't think gets a lot of talk. I mean, like you said, there's lots of other bigger plays. But when Maddox tipped away that fourth down pass.
Yeah. Yes, great point, man. Huge.
That was like, we got this. We got this. The guys like that are making plays like that. This is our night. This is our night. It was awesome.
I'll tell you what, man. Nick Sirianni was very bold, dude. Go with the push. And then also, like, what was it, 4 for 3 going for a push? And then there was another 4 for 3, and they threw to I want to say AJ or something like that, right?
Yeah,
like it was
that was a huge
I was like,
play.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
I was like,
20 yards.
They did that,
and that's why I'm glad he stuck to his guns, because you remember in the 2022 Super Bowl, he kind of waned from that, and people had called him out. They're like, "Wait a minute, why are you so aggressive all year?" And then come the Super Bowl, and in this one, it's almost like he heard people, and he's like, "You know what? I'm staying my usual aggressive self. It got us here. Why change it?" Mm-hmm. Real quick, I want to say about Nick Sirianni, and I'm not saying anybody here, and I don't know who watches this show, but this is a guy that, over the 4 years he's been here, I don't know if we're living in the twilight zone since the pandemic or what, but I never saw a great head coach get so buried in any city, not just Philly. Nick Sirianni, I want to read off a couple stats about Sirianni just real quick. In 4 years, that guy is 48-20 in the regular season, 6-3 in the postseason, 2 Super Bowls, a Super Bowl win in 4 seasons. He's second winningest coach ever in his first 4 years in the NFL. And it's like, man, I don't get why people went after this guy. And I know he's obnoxious and loud, but which is even weirder because that's how we are. He's one of us. You know what I mean?
So it was a couple of bad calls here and there. That was it. A few games, people got on him. But after that, man, like everybody was on board.
I would say
about game 5 or game 6, everybody was on board, and everybody said Nick Sirianni wins, and that's what we're going to follow this team.
Well, no, but not just this year. People have been going after that guy. Let's not forget last year. Everybody wanted him fired at the end of the year. Everybody, not me, not
him. Dude, it was the defensive coordinator, the changing, trying to figure it out. Dude, it wasn't Nick.
Listen, all I wanted to do with that comment was just send a shout out to Nick. I hope the city realizes how lucky we are. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to make a bold. Here's my bold statement of the show. Nick Sirianni is the best coach in Eagles history. Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in Eagles history. I'm sorry. Argue with me if you want. That's what the show's all about. But I'm putting it out there. Those 2 statements I'm running with.
I got to interject here about Jalen specifically. When he came into the team, and he got a chance to play, right? We just saw him incrementally get better year after year. Now, last year was the liar. That was the offensive coordinator who didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, and it showed. The whole team suffered because of those bad decisions. This year, they brought in somebody who actually knows semi what they're doing, and look how dangerous they became. With all that talent, you still had a lot of the
Nick Fangio killed it this year, man.
Yeah, I mean, you had like a bunch of guys that were still in the system. Like Stoutland, the positional coaches and stuff like that. But they just brought in a pretty decent offensive coordinator, and he was able to work with what he had and made the team
He was a
successful.
good offense coordinator, man.
With that being said, who does everybody think the Eagles are going to bring in as OC now?
Reich?
I hope Frank Reich.
I don't really want to see him, man.
No?
He hasn't been doing much after he left the Eagles, dude. Like,
well, but what did he do while he was here?
Yeah, but I feel like Hurts really doesn't need a quarterback coach.
He's not a quarterback coach. I'm talking about offense coordinator.
Yeah.
Well, Frank, I would like to run the ball more like he had this year, man. Have more options and such. I don't think Frank Wright is the guy for that, man.
Didn't he win us a Super Bowl here?
He did. It was a different offense then.
Okay, but with that being said, with that being said, how much points did his offense put up in the Super Bowl? 41.
Yeah, okay.
Right. I'm just saying. Listen, hire whoever they want, but I hope they bring Frank Reich in.
Yeah,
who's the guy they're talking about promoting from within?
Kevin Patullo, I think.
Patullo.
Yeah, I think he's.
Now you heard Nick.
What's his name? Trying to get him big time, get him to go to New Orleans with him.
Okay.
Yeah, Kellen Moore.
I hope he doesn't. Listen, I hope they hire Kevin Patullo. I would love that hire. I just don't think. I think he's going to New Orleans with Kellen, but I hope I'm wrong.
See, Nick gave him like a I don't know, like not eulogy is the wrong word, but you heard the interview when Nick was talking about him, saying how integral he was and everything. But he's never been an OC before, and I like Rick. I might agree with you. Somebody like a Frank Reich who's done it. Bring somebody in who's done it, so Jalen doesn't have to live through his growing pains.
Great point. Great point.
You know what I mean?
I don't think Hurts really needs anybody to tell him what to do.
DeeTer, let's not go. Every single team has an offense coordinator, though.
You got.
It's very integral. It's very integral.
Different ideas, man. I'd rather somebody. I would like to have somebody work with Hurts, not somebody be above Hurts.
Frank Reich's not like that. Look what he did with not only Carson Wentz. Remember Carson Wentz coming in that season? That was the second year. Nobody knew we were going to go to Super Bowl. He led Carson Wentz to Tom Brady numbers before he got hurt. And then he took it back up. I know Nick Foles is big now, but he took it back up in Nick Foles and helped him win a Super Bowl. That almost never happens. And that was all Frank Reich. I mean, he is the quarterback whisperer. Listen, I think he has a chance to come in here and have Hurts put up even better numbers. And listen, I like Kellen Moore. Don't get me wrong. I like Kellen Moore. I do. But Frank Reich's resume stands for something. I know he struggled when he went to be a head coach. Maybe he's just one of them guys who's just better as a coordinator, like Fangio. Fangio was a head coach in Denver. It didn't work out, but he's doing great as a coordinator, almost like Jim Johnson. Some guys are coordinators.
What happened with Fangio? Why did he leave the Dolphins? I heard a comment
because he wanted to come home.
I heard a comment that they ran him out of the Dolphins. Somebody said that
you had
on the radio.
Prima donna players on that defense. You had a bunch of me players that didn't want to be team guys. And let's not forget, even with that being said, in his last year there, he had a top 5 defense with top 3 in the league in quarterback hits and quarterback rushes. So let's not get it confused. Vic Fangio did not shit the bed in Miami. He left because he was like, "Fuck this shit. I'm not dealing with these fucking guys. I'm going home."
It was kind of strange for him to leave because I thought the team did not.
Well, you got guys like Jalen Ramsey and who's like the TO of cornerbacks down. It just wasn't a good fit. He wanted to come home. His defensive numbers were still really good down there.
Yeah, they were. I remember that very clearly. Ranked 5th overall, and they gave the Chiefs a little bit of a headache from what I remember. I think they played them last year.
Yeah,
the year before.
And what I love too about Fangio, he got here and he's like, "Look, this is it. This is my last job. When I'm done here, that's it. And he's from the area. That dude he's Vic Fangio, I think, is a bigger reason than anybody why he should have got Super Bowl MVP. What a masterfully called defensive game plan. Awesome. What did they have? 6 yards at the end of the half, 1 first down. And you're talking about the Goliath Chiefs? That's a defensive. That is defense 101 taught at a college. What he did. That was a fucking.
Dotson had more yards than their offense.
Yeah.
I mean that is just that's just like
Oh,
again.
just
This is why I
don't.
said it was a slaughter. When you go back and actually look at the numbers,
Yeah.
because in the moment you're just like trying to absorb it all. But
Well,
once you go back over the past couple days, I've been listening to just trying to pick up like the different shows and stuff like that to get the stats. And it's just mind blowing how many
yeah.
different records and all sorts of crazy stuff that went on
yeah.
with this game.
Word up, cuz.
Yeah, I mean, you have the kicking record, right, and
Yeah.
running record. Barkley
Yeah.
broke the
Most ever
yards,
first season.
yeah, and postseason.
So look, see, he ended up getting the record after all. Everybody's like, play him in the last game to get Dickerson. Look, he got it anyway.
That's a damn good record to have. That's a damn good record to have, man.
But guess what? That record is meaningless if he gets hurt.
No.
If he gets
I'm
hurt,
saying the one he's got now. He's number one.
Yeah.
Number one, man, dude. That's amazing, dude.
It's weird. I want to send a shout out to my all of our good friend Mike here. We were arguing about that this morning. He was like, I still say they should have let him. Shout out to Mike, love you, kid. He's like, he should have beat Dickerson's record. I'm like, Mike, if he could, and also say what my buddy Dave was in there. Everybody knows him from 610 WIP. Yeah, he was in today. So it's all well and good if he goes for Dickerson's record, but guess what? What if he gets hurt? We don't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not willing to trade one for one. That's not I don't know. And even Saquon was like, it'd have been nice, but I got one goal in mind, and he got it.
Yeah.
If he gets hurt, nobody on this team wins one.
How great is Saquon, man? I mean,
he's a class act.
Awesome.
You saw. I don't know if you guys caught like after the his interaction with Jalen after he's like Jalen's saying to him like, "You're the glue, man. You're the reason."
He is. He was the missing link. He's the reason. 2022 we came close. 2024 we won it, and the difference was Saquon Barkley. And listen, people are like, well, he didn't have a big game in the Super Bowl. No, but the fact that the threat of Saquon Barkley did the threat. He might not have had a lot of yards, but he was a threat.
I would say the defense is a big factor. The defense was non-existent in 2023, man.
Yeah, good point.
Our defense was one of the best, and then they fell off. And I always suspect the field was kind of shitty, and they probably couldn't get any grip on it.
Good point.
That was huge.
Because we brought on our friend Dave DeeTer, and he said, man, I've worked camera on that field, and that field's just trash, man. It's like real crappy turf or something.
That's a great point.
But I would say defense a good thing, and and Barkley, running, man. Like he's at threat that they had to prepare for, but they didn't prepare for, Hurts and AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and then who's the other guy for PSU?
Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, Dotson, man. Wow, what a big play that he had, dude. He had a few of them, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, I actually thought Jahan Dotson early. I thought that was the first touchdown in the game. It looked like it in regular speed.
That was close, dude.
It was. But I like that they got the tush push because that's almost their way of like imposing their will. You know what I mean? Like you tush push the defense and you almost demoralize them. Seriously.
Yeah,
it's a demoralizing play.
And everybody bitches about it, but it's their way of like saying, hey, fuck you.
It's the Eagles' way of saying, hey, if you think you can stop us, here you go, stop us.
And they can't.
How many teams try it and can't do it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's such a cheap play, everybody would do it. Everybody tries it. They don't do it like us.
Right.
Okay.
And ask Frankie Louvu about it. What did he get? 8 offsides calls in a row? You're just so scared of that play.
Oh,
the point where the ref was like, dude, if you come offsides again, we're just giving them a touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh man, that Commanders game was crazy, dude.
What a playoff run this. And think about this. Isn't it weird, this playoff run? Each team we beat along the play. Green Bay, we beat twice. The second time we beat them in the season. The Rams, second time we beat them. Redskins, second time we beat them in the season. Now people are like, well, you didn't beat the Chiefs the second time. No, but it was the second time we won in New Orleans this year. Because we went down to New Orleans and beat the Saints when everybody said we couldn't. Remember, the Saints at that point had scored 95 points in 2 games. And isn't it weird? Both Eagles Super Bowls were against teams they had already lost to previously.
Yep.
I would say this season, man, I loved it. Man. It was such a good season. When we won the Super Bowl, the next day I was a little bit I don't know, a little upset there's no more Eagles football. You know what I mean?
Me too.
It's like, God, man, it's such a good team, dude. Like they did such a great job beating the Chiefs, man. It
doesn't help that the Sixers and
dude.
Flyers are dumpster fires.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it's so nice, man, when you have a good team to talk about, dude.
Amen.
It's the best.
Well, speaking of which, too, pitchers and catchers reported yesterday. Spring training is officially underway. I'm going to say this. I'm making a bold prediction now. Let's remember, what's this date? February, whatever it is. The Phillies cap off 2025 by winning the World Series. And then we're going to have one of the best seasons in Philly sports history. I'm calling it now. I'm putting it out in the universe.
It's been a good ride, man. We had WrestleMania at Philadelphia. Navy won the Commander Cup. Eagles won the Super Bowl. So come on, Phillies. Phillies win the World Series, man.
Michigan beat Alabama in their bowl game.
Good. Yeah, I mean, that was awesome too, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't expected, man.
And they beat Ohio State. So,
yeah.
I know a lot of people aren't with me. And Greg, I know me and you talk a lot, and I know you're a little down on the Phils, and understandably, their trajectory has gone down over the last 3 years. But I'll say this. Vegas seems to think they have a shot. Of all the teams in the league, they put them top 4 to win the World Series odds-wise the other day to start the series. So Vegas seems to think the Phillies have a really good chance to win the World Series. If you're putting them in top 4 and you're a Final Four team, I think this Phillies team is going to prove a lot of people, surprise a lot of people. I do.
I hope so. I'm tired of seeing crappy baseball. You know,
well, we've seen great baseball though over 3 years. We just haven't hit the pinnacle.
They just have. Well, yeah, they haven't won the title. That's what I'm talking about. You know, they got me all hyped up, and it's like they shit the bed on me. It's like,
well, just like the Eagles did last year, and then the Eagles came back with redemption. Listen, going this season, in my heart of hearts, I probably didn't think the Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl come game 1. I mean, as the season went on, but going into the season, after that collapse last year, I was so downtrodden on this fucking Eagles team. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. Maybe Sirianni gets fired and Hurts is jettisoned off. I mean, after that collapse, it was horrible. It was a horrible collapse. It was a hurtful season. I was bitter. Very bitter. And the same with the Phillies. And I think you might see Redemption Song Part 2 this year. I really do.
I just want to say one more thing about the Eagles before we jump on to the Phillies. Fangio, man, what a fucking great coach. And they were doing interviews with the defensive players, and they're like trying to do imitation.
I saw. It was hilarious.
They're like, don't let them know I did this.
Josh Sweat said, don't show him this. I'm one of his favorites.
That's so funny, dude.
He's like, I don't want to mess that up.
What a great locker room vibe, you know? Like,
yeah, this is an all-time team.
What's up, Mike?
I wanted to say real quick, DeeTer. You made me think of it again. Hall of Famer Howie Roseman, right? Putting this roster together.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some luck involved. He hit on some guys that could have maybe gone either way, but talent and attitude. These dudes bought in on both sides of the ball. They bought in. And Rick, to your point, like down in Miami, those dudes weren't buying into old school, right? Old school Vic Fangio. On both sides of the ball, these dudes bought in, and the team was humming. The team was vibing. You know what I mean? Like
great culture.
When you got talent and culture, you're unstoppable.
Yeah.
And
amen. Amen. That's a great point, man. And I think culture and goes such a long way, because if you heard like it's Nick Sirianni and a lot of guys talking on, this is like a family, man. Like any player to a man on that team would say, I'd lay down in traffic for Nick Sirianni. You know what I mean? Like that's good culture, man. That's family.
Where Hurts, grabbing AJ at the end of the game, dude, and like talking to him, like, enjoy this. This is the moment. This is your hometown. Like, we've been on the path together for a long time, dude. I was choked up. I was like, holy shit, man.
Devontae,
yeah. It was Devontae. That's right.
Yeah, I think Devontae started crying a little bit too.
Yeah, man, that was crazy, dude. But Hurts took that leadership. He took that role this year, man.
He's the Michael Jordan of the NFL. And real quick, so I don't try to pump myself up where I was like, Hurts is the best quarterback in Eagles history. I was guilty of questioning that guy a good amount early in his career. I very questioned Greg. I'm sure I've talked to you many times in there. So I don't want to come scot-free like I call. Listen, this guy's come a long way and proved a lot of us wrong. Wow. And I was one of them. And
I remember.
And I'm glad he did prove me wrong.
I was all about him day one, man. I was like, this is the truth. I was, man. You were all Wentz. You didn't want to see Wentz go, man. I was like, dude,
I know, I'm just playing,
man. And I'm surprised, dude. Like, Wentz didn't shake his hand at the end of the game.
Did you see that? What a bitch, dude.
Come on, man.
What a bitch.
And like, here's the thing, dude. What do you think is going to happen when Wentz retires? What teams are you going to go with when he retires? Who? Right? He's got to go Eagles.
I don't care. I don't care.
He's got to go Eagles. He got a Super Bowl here. Where else is he going to go and retire?
That's fine, but it's almost like in life when a girl breaks up with you. Like Wentz broke up with us. He wanted out of here. We didn't try to get rid of him. He wanted out of here. So it's like, I wash my hands. I don't look back. I don't live in the past. I don't look at the past. I don't live there no more.
You can't say we didn't get that first Super Bowl without him, though. You know what I mean?
No, listen, DeeTer, I'm not saying that. Definitely not. You do not win the Super Bowl in 2017 without Carson Wentz. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is I was more bitter because I was a huge Wentz fan. I got stuffed toys for my kids still in my house. I had to hide them before the Super Bowl, so I didn't have any juju.
He was awesome here, man.
He was awesome here. But what I was upset about is he broke up with us.
Yeah,
we drafted her, and he's like, "Well, I want out of here." Well, guess what? You break up with us, I ain't calling your ass no more. Good, be going with you. So listen, Carson Wentz, you ain't our problem no more. I'm glad you're gone now. You broke up with us.
But like Ertz, man, he said he wants to retire here, man. He wants to.
I hope he does.
Good call, Greg.
I'm surprised, you know what I mean, because Ertz is on the Commanders and such. But he was like, man, I love being an Eagle, and he always would be an Eagle here. I feel like once you win a Super Bowl here, that's a ticket, man. You're always going to be.
Well, look, Nick Foles got a statue of himself out. How about Nick Foles' tweet about Tom Brady, dude? How great was that? Did you see it? He's like, Tom Brady was there both times the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Maybe he's our good luck charm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I posted it. Nick Foles is trolling Tommy Brady still.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Big Dick Nick. He's like, fuck you, Tom.
Because they did a commercial together, like the Super Bowl commercial. Oh, my God, dude. That's funny.
Yeah, he was like, Tom Brady was there for both the Eagles Super Bowl wins. Maybe he's our good luck charm.
Anybody wants to update on the NHL game? USA.
Yeah, what's the score?
5-1 on Finland. USA.
5-1. Finland's up.
Yeah.
Wow. Real quick,
USA is up.
USA is up. Oh, good, good.
Oh, okay.
Real quick, me and you and Mike, right before Greg came on, we were talking a little bit before we went live on air, and I just said I want to save a little bit for the show. The real quick thing I want to say about this. The NHL Four Nations Face-Off Series. It's 4 teams. It's Canada, U.S., Finland, and Sweden. That's cool. I watched the game last night. Phenomenal game. Canada won in overtime 3-2 or 4-3. And tonight, you got U.S. playing Finland. Hey, shout out anybody from the NBA offices. Are you watching? Are you watching this nitwit fucking in-season tournament you're doing where the same teams are playing and you just paint the court real fucking ugly? Take a page out of the NHL's book. You got enough foreign players now. The game is global. Do what they're doing. I don't want the same game and then you rename it and bastardize your championship. Hey, NBA, take a look what the NHL's doing. Take a page out of our book. You got enough foreign players that you can do this. So I was this stupid in-game
man.
In-season tournament.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, what's the NBA All-Stars this weekend?
I'd sooner watch fucking grass grow.
Yeah, I think there's 4 teams. Each big.
Next year there'll be 34 teams. This league is a fucking mess. That's why their viewership and their ratings are plummeting. Because you have a recipe for disaster. You have players making more than they've ever made and playing less than they've ever made. If you're running a business, guess what? Your business is going to go out of business doing that. There's going to be a lockout on the next labor agreement. I guarantee it. Get your shit together over there, NBA. What are you doing?
Now,
sorry, Rick. I'm in a great mood. I can't stand the NBA right now. They're really just fucking bothering me. And I love 76ers basketball.
The trades at the Flyers, man. How do you feel about that?
I think it was good because you're going to clear up some money on the offseason for free agency. And you acquire more picks in a very deep draft coming up. I think you have 7 out of the top 200. So Flyers, as much as I think you usually shit the bed front office decision-wise, I think you've done good there. 76ers, on the other hand, you guys are in trouble. You better figure something out or you're going to be in big-time trouble. You have two aging superstars that don't want to play and you've paid them higher than they've ever been paid at the end of their career. That is fucking front office suicide, and you guys do it over and over. That's why you haven't won a championship in 40 years. 76ers, I know your front office watches my show. Get your shit together, man. It's a fucking joke what you're doing over there.
I'm embarrassed to be a Sixers fan.
Right now I am, and you know I love basketball, and I'm just so upset right now with the way this league is and that team is. It's
almost unwatchable. It is.
It's like the process again.
I was just going to say it's as bad as it's been since the process.
Yeah.
I would prefer watching the younger guys play. They could do without the old broken guys, man. Just let them build up and be done with it, man. Like, move on, man. Get rid of Embiid and George.
In the offseason, if there's any chance you can move Embiid and or Paul George, do it and build around McCain and Maxey and just start over because you did.
Oubre is a good kid, man. They got a lot of young talent.
Did you see him and Embiid get into it on the bench the other night?
Yeah.
Screaming each other's face?
Yeah. Really? Damn, dude.
Yeah, that was
and it was big time. Like the cameras were all panning in.
No crap.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But it's a shame. We are going to waste Maxey. I
hope not. I mean, if they do this the right way and get some draft picks and build around these two young kids, I hope they don't, because he already starts looking like he's starting to be soured,
Sure.
Frustration level.
Sure. And same thing on the other side with the Flyers with Mitch Cobb. Listen, please don't let this fucking miserable old crazy coach sour this kid to where he wants to get out of Philly. Get this fucking John Tortorella out. I know I say it on every single show. Get John Tortorella the fuck out of here, dude. This guy he's washed up and outdated. It ain't 2004 anymore. And the way you treat people and do shit, it just ain't the way it is anymore, man. It's 2025, dude. We've shifted in realities or whatever it is, a Mandela effect, the fucking pandemic, call it whatever you want. Your ways don't work anymore, John Tortorella. You got to go.
I missed a comment. Joe said, agree, the ratings suck and the players are overpaid. I think he was talking about the NBA.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, this is good content tonight. This is good info. Thank you to our 17 million viewers. I love doing the show. Love hanging out with all y'all. This is always the fucking highlight of the fucking week.
I'm so happy, dude. Like,
I'm in a great mood.
It took me a while to be like, oh my God, I can't believe we won. I guess it was kind of like a little shock. You know what I mean? It just was amazing, dude. Like, dude, how bad did we beat them, dude? Like 40.
The score was 40-22, but it really should have been 40-6.
We had Kenny Pickett in the head playing, dude. How fucking hilarious is that, dude?
You know you're doing good if you got Kenny Pickett in there at the end of the game.
Man, that's you have any whipping your dick out and slapping him across the face with it.
Do you know how many quarterbacks, NFL quarterbacks, would love to play the Super Bowl on a winning team?
And think about this: Kenny Pickett grew up an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think about his season alone. He came in relief and beat fucking Dallas. And then got to play in the Super Bowl as an Eagles fan. Dude, we think we got it good. That kid's over there fucking like a pig in shit, dude. He's like, I'm loving life.
And
I got two friends are big Pittsburgh fans, and I sent him a picture of Kenny Pickett, Super Bowl champion.
Oh, you dick. Shout out to my good brother Pittsburgh Bill. He too. He's kind of an Eagles Steelers fan, but Pittsburgh Bill, that Kenny Pickett.
Good, dude.
Speaking of which, I'm hearing that Pittsburgh might have some interest in Aaron Rodgers, as in the soap opera that is. And I think, isn't Russell Wilson retiring?
Oh, God.
I don't know.
I don't know.
How many years or what are you going to get out of these guys, dude? You know what I mean?
Everybody gets
Hang
quarterback
up,
drunk in this league.
Maybe a backup if they still want to stay in, but no, dude. Like, you can't have these guys start, dude. These teams today, man, are so fucking packed with talent, and you're going to have these old, like, raggedy guys out there throwing the ball.
Old raggedy, all fucking dusty
here,
and
right,
ashy. Man. Get them some lotion.
Come on, let's be real here. Let's be real.
Hey, not
you got away with words, sir. You are a wordsman.
Did you all hear Dak Prescott's delusional?
Yeah, dude. And I've been busting my Cowboys fans, friends, balls.
Oh my god,
all about it, dude.
That was real life. He said those words.
I know. What is this guy smoking?
We're close. Nah, dude, you may be closer to the Giants. You may be able to
the Jaguars than you are the Eagles.
Wow. Just wow.
In the words of Christopher Walken, wow, fuck,
insane, dude. Like,
I thought it was AI. I thought it was AI or something. I'm like, there's no way he could say that in reality.
Dude, you got the Eagles and the Commanders. They're both in the playoffs. Eagles Super Bowl champs, and you're in that division, dude. There's no way in hell you guys are getting to the playoffs, man.
Not only that, but they have literally no cap space because you improperly managed your fucking salary cap. And shout out to Harry Roseman, who is a wizard at that. You have literally less than $11 million in cap space. How are you going to pay your draft picks? I think the Giants finish ahead of the Cowboys next season.
What's that new coach? Here's all your broken parts.
Schottenheimer.
Go put these broken parts together. Good luck, buddy.
Dallas is a 5-win team next season at best. You heard it here first. 5 wins at best. That's a last place team. The Giants will finish out of them with 6 wins.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit.
And listen, it couldn't happen to a classier organization. Jerry Jones, I know he watches this show. You know, listen, you're Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, dude.
The immortal.
I loved it this year when the Eagles fans were yelling, "We love you, Jerry. We love you."
Keep doing what you're doing down there.
Yep. Never retire.
Oh my God.
The immortal.
You know that dude's a vampire. You know Jerry Jones is living forever. He's just taking on different fucking identities every 450 years. He's like Nick Cage, dude.
Amazing.
I think my edible's kicking in, which is awesome. Seriously. What, Greg? What do you got? The sativa or an indica going?
This
you got a bowl? Nice. Well played, sir.
So, how do we feel about next year? We have a good amount of people coming back, right?
Same thing, Greg. You've been in my bar the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Same thing I said. I've been saying all 3 weeks, or at least 2 weeks since the bye week. I said on Sunday the Chiefs dynasty ends and the Eagles begins. I think the Eagles win 3 out of the next 7. So I'm saying it now. I think that ladies and gentlemen, we're witnessing the beginning of the first dynasty in Philly sports. So saddle up.
I think that we have the potential of getting the first 3-peat. I really think we got a potential of getting the first 3-peat.
Say no 3-peat.
Because we beat the other 2.
Drake. Stop that.
We stopped 2 of them.
No.
Dude. You got a hell of a schedule next year. It's going to be tough.
Oh, yeah. Without doubt.
Yeah, agreed. But I think that iron sharpens iron. I think that makes you a better team when you have a tough schedule.
I remember we won in 2018, and they said this is a new normal. And it wasn't. It wasn't.
Actually, DeeTer, in 2018, we've been in 3 Super Bowls in the last 7 years. Kind of is, and we won 2 of them. Kind of is. I think it's begun. I'm just saying.
You make a good point on that, man. But I feel like we have a lot of the young guys coming back.
You have the youngest defense in the NFL, and they're really fucking good. Oh my! Yeah. And you have all the important players locked up. You have Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, almost the entire offensive line locked up under contract. This is a team primed to roll like a fucking steamroller. Like I said, Chiefs dynasty ended on Sunday and ours began. I'm sticking by it.
Now, Commanders, they look pretty good.
And that's
Rams,
and there always will be other good teams too. That's what's going to make us good every year. Fighting the best fighters.
well, I can't believe Rams got rid of Cup. I thought Cup was a pretty
Where'd
good
he
player,
go?
but I don't know where he went. But they have that Puka Kadua or whatever.
Yeah, but did they trade Coop? I don't think they traded Cup.
I don't think they paid what he wanted. He's not coming back. I know that.
Well, he's still on the contract. They would have to trade him, right?
I'm not sure, man. I heard that they were letting him go.
I bet you Howie gets him. I'm calling it now. I bet you Howie gets him. Third receiver, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Cooper Cup. I'm calling it now, dude. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. I'm speaking into existence.
What about the dude from the Browns, too, man? The guy that said he wanted to lead the Browns.
Miles Garrett? Oh, my God.
Garrett,
Imagine we got Miles Garrett. You know Howie's going to make that shit happen.
That's insane, dude.
That would be nuts.
He's a wizard. Howie is a wizard. There's no question.
Without a doubt.
Hey, listen,
Yes.
I wanted to get y'all's take on this. AJ's, I don't know if it was a tweet, but did you catch his words? He was saying this.
I did. I did.
Like I thought it would feel. I only enjoy this game when I'm dominant. I took it one way. My son took it a different way. What do you
Mike, I'm really glad actually you brought that up. And actually, I want to talk to you specifically, not all of us too, but I'm saying you as somebody who deals with people every day on the level where you're kind of picking up, people's emotional stability in a sense as a teacher like you do. I think AJ, I think he's a great player and a great guy. I think he's emotional. He's got, and I don't say this making fun of him. Now's the time where we take mental health important. Same with me. I think he's just a type of guy. He needs a lot of attention. And I think, I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't want to diagnose. It just seems like a guy that needs to be nurtured, and that's okay. I'm a guy that needs to be nurtured. All right, mental health is a good thing. I just think he's a guy that needs to be nurtured. He's very.
I feel like he's just like he wants to do more. You know what I mean?
I think he's saying in a weird way, I didn't get the ball enough.
Yeah,
is that what you think?
Yeah,
okay.
But at least he didn't do what T.O. did.
I thought he was saying like, "Hey, I want to get another Super Bowl." That's what I thought. Like I took it like that.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, but yeah, whatever it was a thought out thing that he said. It wasn't an off the cuff, right on. It was thought out. It was whatever he said. It was thought out, and it was meant to have layers to it.
What he did for that kid that got injured with the plane accident.
Man, respect, dude.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. He's an awesome guy.
Shout out to that kid again. I think his name. I think it's like Andre Williams. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong, but hey, listen, kid, you're the biggest hero I've ever seen in this world. You covered up your little sister when a plane crashed next to her so she didn't get hit, and you ended up in the hospital in a coma getting surgery for it. Dude, you are the toughest person I've ever known. Nothing but blessings and love to that kid, man. What a superstar in a world of fucking horrible people. What a superstar it is that this planet to have that little kid. So yeah, shout out to him, man. And AJ Brown held up his promise and went and visited him. So listen, AJ, we love you, kid, and we're going to get you another Super Bowl where you have a monster game.
He played really good throughout the season. I mean,
he's a great player.
He's incredible, dude. He's incredible.
He's just an emotional guy.
Yeah.
The two most talented people, like as weapons on this team, man, is AJ and Barkley, man. They are just go-getters.
And Jalen.
Hurts is awesome too, but he's the quarterback. He's the what I mean. He's the head figure for a weapon to choose where you're going to go with the ball, dude. Barkley or AJ. I mean, I love Devontae Smith. He's a great receiver too.
He's
man. I feel like AJ just pulls that ball down no matter what, man. He goes after like crazy, dude.
Let me ask you guys something too. All three of you guys, I want to hear your opinion. What do you think we do at the tight end position in this season coming up? Do we keep Dallas, or are we looking to draft or replace?
Before that, we get back. Ant said no rest for the wicket. AJ Brown, so he feels the same way. I think he's just looking for another Super Bowl. But on the tight end, I love Goddard. Goddard is a big beast, man. You need that blocker. You need that guy that can catch the ball, man. He's good. What was that? The tight end we used a lot.
Capatera.
I can never say the name, but he did good. He did good, man.
Pass catching tight end. I just didn't know if they'd bring him back. I hope they bring Dallas Goedert back. I do. I've been hearing some whispers of he misses too many games every year. He's making a high salary. And you know how he is. He did. Remember when we had Zach Ertz and he drafted Dallas Goedert? So I don't know if you guys think maybe we're going to draft a tight end with our first pick, or I don't know.
Zach Ertz is a go-getter, smaller guy, fast. I feel, but as a tight end position, you want a bigger guy that can do a little blocking, especially having Barkley.
Ertz was better than Goddard, though, by far.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I love Goddard. I'm just saying, Ertz is top 15 tight end of all time.
Okay.
I just feel for. No, I love Goddard. I'm not, and Hurts, and shout out to Zach Ertz, who just retired. Hope he retires as an Eagle. I'm sure he will.
Did he?
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
He said
a couple days ago he announced his retirement.
Oh, here's what's weird about it. Like,
I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I heard, I seen he was like arguing with Nick Sirianni like a couple games ago, right? Like,
well, that was after the game we lost, and I think it just emotions run high, and they lost, and I think I don't know if he said something to Nick that pissed Nick off, or Nick said something to him that pissed him off. And and they both. But listen, when all was said and done, they kissed and made up.
Ertz is a very emotional guy too.
Well, so is Sirianni. They're two time bombs. And after a loss, remember that loss to the Redskins, DeeTer? Remember that was the second loss when Devontae Smith dropped it.
Yeah,
and it was one of and so it was a very emotional loss.
We didn't have Hurts in, right? He was. We had a backup for Hurts.
Yeah, I think we had. That was the game Pickett started, and then I think Tanner McKee came in.
Yeah, but Tanner McKee
I think so too.
Listen, I want to say this too. I love Hurts, but I will, and I prompt them over. Tanner McKee's going to be a starter in this league somewhere, and he's going to be a really good one. I know it ain't going to be here now. That hurts, and I'm glad. And keep Hurts now. He did what I asked him to do, but Tanner McKee's going to be starting somewhere. Not next year, but sometime next 3 years. And that kid's a fucking player.
I hear Jameis Winston is looking for a job. Do we bring him in here as a backup? I fucking love that guy, dude.
That's bringing Jimmy Butler, dude.
He's so good, dude.
No, he's not, so dude. That guy's poison. What has he ever won?
No.
You want to bring guys in here that are going to destroy the culture we have? No way. That's pretty. No thanks. No, don't be a comedian. I don't want him on my football team. though. Don't bring that guy. Don't even let him drive past the stadium. Get that guy to fucking out of here. Never ever bring James. That guy's a clown, dude. Please don't send him to Dallas, dude.
Send him down the shore. Tell him there's lots of crabs down there.
Oh man.
I'm going in beer number 3, but it's really beer number 2. But this is a 32-ounce growler.
We're getting past that hour mark. I'm going to do a couple of promos while I can before we get out of here and everything.
Well, listen, we're not under a time. We can stay as long as we want.
Yeah.
My mom said I could hang out with you guys and stay up late.
It's a celebration tour because tomorrow's a parade. This is our parade.
This is the Super Bowl edition. We got to run late.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we have a W energy drink promo code Big Game. There, hit that QR code if you were looking for an energy drink.
I am.
Puff Cinch. I can't even speak. If you like cigars, want a monthly subscription.
Have you been smoking marijuana? Just kidding.
Big Game promo code. Hit that QR code. And there you go. And also, hey, hit that hit that subscribe button. Send it out to your friends if you like the show. Get the followers going, man.
And while we're doing shout outs to businesses, I want to shout out to
Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern on the Big Game Entertainment. All right, go ahead, Ricky.
Sorry about that, DeeTer. My bad. BGSE, Big Game Sports Entertainment Network. We run on. Sorry, DeeTer. I didn't mean to interrupt. But I'll say this while we're doing shout outs to local and small businesses, and like Craig did with yes, please always feel free to support any jersey or anybody's business. I always want to help build people up. Let's all build each other up. And doing that, two of my good friends, Rich and Ling, with Schwartz and Associates Accounting. If you have a small business, listen, you won't be disappointed. It'll be best accounting firm you've ever used. So Schwartz and Associates, shout out to them. And I'm going for beer number 2, even though it's beer number 3. But this is how I, rationalize it to myself, because the first one was a 32-ounce crowler, but technically it was one beer because it was in one can.
Oh man, what's that other half there, Mike? What you got going on?
Mike, what do you got?
So I switched over to double potato spaghetti town.
They got some
from other half.
Wow, they got some names, man. Their names are crazy. How is it?
It's a great other half beer. It's right in line with a lot of what they put out. I'm enjoying it.
What other half is one of my favorites, man. I do love Treehouse and Trillium and all that, but other half, man, I could drink that stuff all the time, man. It's so damn good.
You can go and get it anywhere local too, which is great. Yeah,
it was like one of the first big hitter IPAs. They always did like 9 or 10%, and now Treehouse is starting to move up to that level, and Trillium, but like other half, man, they always rocked it pretty high, and I always just love going in and waiting in line at the brewery and such. It was good times, good memories. But me and my friends, man, I love all their half. Oh man,
what'd you pick up, Rick?
I think he froze up.
I think he froze up. So
I went with that edible kicked in, and he's just frozen in real time.
He's locked in it. He's locked in right now.
Oh, it's great.
Well, I went with Ludlum, Water Guns and Rainbows. Good beer. Jersey beer. I try to promote Jersey beer. Brews in NewJersey.com. Instagram, check it out. Always, there he is. I'll bring him back on real quick. Hold on. Let's drop this guy. Let's drop the frozen Ricky and bring up the live Ricky. There.
All right, so he ain't going off.
He's back.
I hit the fucking button on the thing. I'm like, damn it, where'd they go? Sorry, I'm so fucking newfangled technology. Listen, we got to run past. It's not often we win a Super Bowl here, so you might as well make it an epic show. I'm going on to my second beer / third beer. It's Alter Ego from Treehouse.
Nice.
Which is a fantastic beer. I think Alter Ego is the combination of it's like Julius and Hayes. They call it Alter Ego because it combined almost like a Caive. They combined 2 different beers and made it into one. That's how you got Alter Ego. It was 2 of their staple beers, but the fucking light out here ain't great, so I can't really read the can.
Now is that what it's called? Convey? I thought it was Cuvée.
It's Caive. I mean, you could say it however you want. Okay. Fuck the system. Say it however you want.
It's like 2 beers mixed together.
Yeah, it's and a lot of times it was with cultured beers. The open air fucking wild ales, and that's fine, right. Whatever you're into. But you can got Caive any fucking beer, dude. It's almost like, remember you went to 7-Eleven as a kid and you went up to get a fucking Slurpee or a Big Gulp. Dude, I mixed every flavor, dude. I'm like, I'm pushing the limits, dude. I'm making a whole new soda.
Heritages with the Hush Puppies. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of this, that, and that. Yeah. The Caive of
Caive.
All right.
I love the beer world, dude.
God damn. Yeah.
It smells good. That's a good smelling beer.
So, what's the next topic there, guys?
Well, one thing I do want to say too is actually I already said it. Pitchers and catchers did report, so kind of spring training is unofficially underway.
Yeah, we didn't really talk too much about the Phillies.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling about the Phillies this year? Can I get a rundown from each of you guys? I know I spelled off like a noxious asshole.
I have a bold prediction. Bryce Harper quits baseball, becomes a food influencer.
I saw it.
What?
I missed that
I
one.
know what you're talking about, Mike. Mike, I know what you're talking about. And guess what? I've been watching them. I'm like, why am I watching this?
He's
But I did.
Martha Stewart of baseball right now. What's he doing?
For real, dude.
He's putting out these videos, making this and cooking this, and
I'm over there trying to copy him. I know.
Okay.
Where's that come from?
My buddy Bob DePatry, that I've been trying to get on this show, is a good guy. He said, hey, stop making those videos and focus it on the Phillies, but I didn't know where that came from. So is he making cooking videos?
Yes, and household stuff.
Where's this at? Is it on like TikTok or something like that?
It's on the intro web.
I think TikTok, because that's what Bob says. Say, hey, man, stop these TikTok videos.
Okay.
That's funny shit, dude.
Out of the blue. I don't get it, but he's funny.
Listen, I've been watching. I don't know why. As I'm watching, I'm like, turn it off, man. Just turn it off. I'm like, I gotta see how this fucking smoothie ends up. This is a Major League Baseball player being a nutritionist, making smoothies. No credence or credibility, but I'm gonna watch.
Get in the cage, Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce getting hit against fucking left-handed fucking splitters.
We got a comment from Big Game James himself. Hey, congrats, fellas. Thanks, Big Game.
Big Game James. You're the man, dude. Much appreciated. Hey, think about this. Big Game James, the team you used to play for, is the last team that blew out Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Let's not forget, they whooped Kansas City in the Super Bowl too a few years ago, 31-9.
Yeah, Tampa, right?
Big Game James played for the Buccaneers, yeah. So shout out, thanks, Big Game James. Much appreciated, big kid.
Oh, I have another comment here. I'm trying to read. Congrats. So first Cowboys getting.
Might as well throw it up. Fuck them.
I'll throw it up. 2 giant golf balls. New York Giants news and updates. Okay.
Giants. Is that Giants? Like the New York Giants?
Begrudgingly.
Listen, I would put less Giants speak on this channel than Cowboys. The Giants are worse than the fucking Cowboys. What a bunch of fucking cockroaches the Giants
I can still make fun of them. Okay, all right. Hey, good luck next year, Giants.
Who's that, a Giant? You guys are the fucking lowest in the low. Listen, Giants tears are worth the most. You guys are the biggest bitches in the game, dude. You guys bitch more than Cowboys fans. You guys, seriously.
Giants game. Thank you, Giants, for barking this year, man.
Yes, thank you, Giants. Thank you, you dumpster fire of an organization.
1,000 thanks.
You guys are the Cowboys of New York, and you guys don't even play in New York. You fucking frauds.
Oh man, here we go. So 4 and 2 still. So you guys got 4 rings. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know what the great part is? The Eagles have 5 championships.
What have you done lately?
5 championships. Hey, Giants, guess what? We own you. We own your ass.
Isn't it the Arlington Cowboys in? Yeah, true that, dude. Yeah. Well, I mean, shouldn't it be the New Jersey Giants? Right? I mean, come on now. If we're going to be
don't you guys play on New Jersey territory? You fucking frauds. You guys up there, we're from New York. You're about as tough as your fraud ass attitude.
I don't think he's being aggressive, but hey, man, I thank you for the
I'm just saying, I don't like you guys at all. That's all I'm saying is I don't like you at all, and I think you're a bunch of pussies. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean.
Hey.
You're a bunch of scumbags. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Go Birds! Go Birds!
Giving us Barkley was like such a great gift, man. And that first video to the Super Bowl video of him and his little girl, dude. So good. Yeah, the first video awesome, was like.
And how about the video that kept popping up of Jeremiah Trotter Sr. holding Jeremiah Trotter Jr. when the Eagles in 04 won, and then you see this year, flash forward 20 years later, dude. I was like, that is awesome, man. It's Axeman and Axeman Jr.
Yeah, I hear you. Awesome. All good. We got thick skin. Hey, cheers.
Yeah, I know.
Cheers,
listen, listen. That's how we go. That's how we show it.
Much love to them.
No love to them.
Love football season. Love the go back and forth, man. That's why we do the show, man. I always bring in my fraternity brothers or Navy friends, anybody that's like from another team, man. And it's just Eagles versus them usually. And
it's good trash
tonight,
talking,
man.
That's all.
Tonight it's just Eagles celebrating, dude.
I'm in such a great mood. I'm in such a great mood all week, man. Yeah. I'm like, this is why we do the blood, sweat, and tears of fans. Somebody said to me earlier, "Well, you're not part of the team." Yeah, I am, man. Listen, the Eagles lose. I'm in a bad mood all week, but they win. Man. Listen, I live and die with my fucking team. That's why they're like, "What is Philly passion?" That's Philly passion. Listen. You think in Arizona they give a fuck when the Cardinals lose? They forget about it by early Tuesday morning. Dude, if the Eagles lose, that shit hangs with me till fucking Friday night. We live and die with our teams.
I work in Spring Garden and 15th, man. I'm a few streets right next to Broad, man, where that parade's going to be coming down, dude. I'm not that far from where the art museum's at, where they're going to be giving the speech.
You should run up the Rocky Steps tomorrow, dude, with a fucking 30-pack in each hand, dude. That would be fucking epic, dude.
It's going to be a mob scene, dude. It is going to be a mob scene, dude. All the schools have off. So many kids are going to be going there, man. Parents are going to be bringing their little ones, being like, "Hey, man, this is once in a lifetime moment." Even though we have now 2 Super Bowls.
I will say this too: no speech will ever top Jason Kelce's.
Yeah. I'm curious.
It's almost like you can't even try to top. Just let the game be the game. But yeah, Jason Kelce's speech was epic, dude.
Yeah, hungry dogs, man. Hungry dogs.
He's like, hungry dogs run faster. He's like, it was all of us. You know what I mean? He's like, and he created nobody likes us and we don't care.
Yeah, and Kelce, when they won like the next year, his speech was nowhere near as good as Jason Travis' speech. Yeah, there it is, right there, man. Jason. Dude,
Jason's brother.
Yeah, right. But Jason's speech was so goddamn good.
It's so good.
To top it.
Dude, I could watch that 7 days a week. Just to get me going in the morning. I should wake up, have my coffee, take a shit, and watch the Jason Kelce fucking acceptance speech for the Super Bowl. That was the best speech I've ever seen.
How about Landon Dickerson with the
I choose violence?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like good pull, dude. I still remember, dude, he is like, oh, dude, you're right. Good pull, dude. I feel like Landon Dickerson is now the Jason Kelce kind of that offensive line.
He might be. There's some good talkers on that team now. There's some really good talkers. I mean, you think about it. You got Mailata, who can
dude, did you see the video of him doing Bane the other day?
Yeah, Mailata.
Yes. I don't know if I beat you mentally or physically first. I was like, this.
I will say the Phillies World Series, man, Chase Utley, he did a pretty good speech, right?
Did you see the video on Rick Rants and on the Instagram where I did after we won? I said the words of Chase Utley, I was like, world champions. World fucking champions, baby.
Yeah.
That'll always go down as the Chase Utley line.
Did y'all hear on WIP? I guess it was a poll. Who's going to give the most memorable speech tomorrow?
That's what I was thinking. I don't know if that maybe Dickerson.
So Dickerson, Mailata, CJ.
I think Mailata's going to do pretty good,
Nick
dude.
Sirianni. I think those were the 4 they had.
What do you think, Mike?
Brandon Graham.
Or BG.
Oh
that's
my
true.
God, BG.
Oh, dude, BG would fucking nail it, dude.
Yeah.
I think Nick. I think Nick has the potential to go off. You know,
if Howie doesn't muzzle him.
Yeah,
that's what I like. I think he's going to be muzzled.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Imagine Nick going.
I don't know, man. After that game, dude.
I'm not saying this for myself. Nick Sirianni getting up there is like me getting up there.
Well, Nick Sirianni said, I'm not hearing it now. What's up now, Chiefs? You know, he was like, hey, what do you got to say? You know, he was yelling that shit, dude. So that's pretty bold, man. I don't know, man.
I hope Nick Sirianni gets up there and talks a lot of shit because I feel kinship with that. That dude is just like me. He just wants to go out there and drop F-bombs and insult people. Oh, yeah. And I hope he does. Seriously, I hope he does, man. Everybody buried this fucking guy.
Well, Rick,
Everybody buried this fucking guy. I'd love to see him get up there and get fucking fuck you. You're cool. I'm out.
Yeah,
fuck
you're
you.
Cool. I'm out. Drop the mic.
Remember beginning of the season was what does Nick do? Like, he's not calling plays, right? What does Nick do? I could see him getting up there and going, "Oh, y'all wondered what I do, right? All I do is
what I do.
Super Bowls.
Win. I win.
Yeah, I win. They should play before Nick Sirianni. Before Nick Sirianni comes up, they should have a background screen with Adrian from Rocky 2. And from Rocky 2, when she wakes up from the coma and he's downhearted and crestfallen, and she pulls him in, she's like, "I want to tell you something. Come here." He's like, "What?" She's like, "Come here." He's like, "What?" Win. And then the fucking music. Play that before Nick goes on, dude. That place will fucking erupt like Mount fucking Vesuvius.
Oh,
yeah. I don't think they'll.
You kidding me? That's on the Richter scale.
CJGJ would give like an X-rated speech. I don't think they'll let
him. You know he's up there talking about the titty bar, smoking weed and dealing crack, but you know.
I don't see it. Mailata would be witty. I think Dickerson would give a good speech.
Dickerson's would be aggressive.
Dude, I love that Mailata's family was there. Like,
I posted that on Rickbeerman.
Cool, man. Like,
there's some big people, dude. There are some big people.
Him coming from a 6th round pick,
seventh round pick who never played a snap of football. Jeff Stoutland went down and fucking recruited him down in Australia. Listen, can I tell you guys something? Do you know why the tush push works? That's all Jordan Mailata. That's rugby. That's Australian rules football right there. That's where our football originated from. Low man wins. Low man wins. Ever watch? You know what? Low man wins. That is a Jordan Mailata. I'm telling you, didn't see that happen until he got here.
And listen to this. It's February 13th. Ricky called it, man. Ricky called it in the beginning of the season. He said Cam Jurgens picking up for Kelsey is going to be a Pro Bowl player. Right off the bat, Ricky called it from the beginning of this season.
Thank you.
And
listen, all credit goes to him, though. I mean, he went in there. That kid worked hard. Let's not forget in the NFC Championship game, remember Landon Dickerson had to start for him because Cam Jurgens had such bad back pain, and then Landon Dickerson gets hurt, and Cam Jurgens is like, "Fuck it, dude, I'm going in, man. Like, that's my boy." Dude, you know how hard it is to do anything with back pain? I deal with lower back pain regularly. Yeah. Man, that dude is a stud, dude. He's like, "Listen, I'm coming back in." Do it. Seriously, that's the kind of shit like that. That's why teams win Super Bowls. Guys sacrifice, man.
It's culture.
It is. It's culture. Exactly. Whoever said that, that's exactly right. That's culture, man. That's family. That's I'll lay down in traffic for you. You know, you get on my nerves. We argue all the time, but I'll lay down in traffic for you. That's family, dude.
You know, you're worried about Kelsey ritaring, and these guys just picked it up, man. Like.
Think about it. Jurgens was handpicked by Kelsey, and then he got to play 2 years right next to him at right guard. What a great situation. You could not have scripted it better to replace a Hall of Fame legend than the way they did it. And that's shout out to Howie, man.
Yeah, amazing. Well, hey guys.
Well, does everybody want to get their picks for the Eagles game next week? Oh, never mind. We already won the fucking Super Bowl. Hey, yo, Adrian, we did it.
Eagles by 90.
Love you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, great show. Thanks guys, for coming on, man. And everybody out there, check us out Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, BGSE Network. I don't know what we're going to talk about next week, but it's going to be good.
Go Birds.
All right, cheers.
Go Birds. Later.